Welcome to this broadcast of an OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 465,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support the OSAA. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. The OSAA Radio Network is presented by Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath?
Money isn't interested in the fact that you dream of going to Greece. And it doesn't pace at night wondering how you'll pay for braces 3 times. The point is, money without people is just money. Only people can use it to run the family ranch, buy their first house, or adopt a happy old dog. To us, the powerful thing about money isn't money at all. It's helping you harness the power of yours. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2022 OSAA 4A State Baseball Championship quarterfinals. Here's Jonathan Lee with today's opening.
It is the quarterfinals as we've reached the quarterfinal round here of the 4A State Baseball Championships of the OSAA. I'm Jonathan Lee. Going to be joined by Trevor Beard as we bring you an exciting matchup. It is the number 1 Banks Braves, number 1 seed, been number 1 ranked in the OSAA ranking and the coaches poll pretty much all season and pretty much in the second half of the season, and they are the number 1 seed coming in, winners of 14 straight, 21 of their last 22 games. The Philomath Warriors, the visitors, they are the 8th seed. They won their league coming out of the Oregon West Conference, and that is why they are one of the 8 seeds in the Pool A. Philomath coming in with a 7-game winning streak, winners of 10 of their last 11. So both teams fairly hot coming into this one. There's only one team that can advance to the semifinals, which is next Tuesday, and that's going to be decided here today. One team will advance, one team will head into the long Memorial Day weekend and then turn in their gear on Tuesday. And for everybody here in Washington County, they hope to see it being the hometown Braves with another home game on Tuesday. That would mean you're playing in the semifinals. The other game opposite this game in the bracket, also going on today, started about 30 minutes or so ago, and that is number 5 Marist Catholic of Eugene. They're playing at number 4 LeGrand. Again, that game scheduled to start at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so that's underway, and we hope to bring some updates as the afternoon and evening progresses. Today it's the Banks Braves here at home at the Banks Ball Field, located just east of the Kelly Field, the football field here at Banks High School. It's in Kelly Field. The football field is in between the baseball field and the high school, and this is kind of a nice little park. It's a great looking park. The field is in great condition. We've had a few showers here on this Friday, a little bit, and right now it is absolutely dry. The field, I would say, is in pristine condition for the damp, cool conditions right now under a mostly cloudy sky out here in the far west Portland metro area, and temperatures right around 60 degrees. We'll see what it's right now. It's actually 59 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky here in Banks. So right there, expected to be 59 at the start of the ball game, and pretty much holding steady by the right around that mark. We down into the upper to mid 50s as we end this game. So not too hot, not too cold. I see sleeves under the white jerseys of the Banks Braves. They'll be wearing their all-white jerseys and pants today with navy blue pinstripes and Vegas gold trim. Right now we're going to pause for our national anthem. Honoring America as we get ready to start this long Memorial Day weekend. I'm Jonathan Lee, happy to have you here for Banks Braves Baseball on Westside Mobile Media, presented today by Jason Bond Remodeling and On Point Community Credit Union, as this is game number 2 of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 2022 State Baseball Playoffs 4A classification. The Banks Braves hosting the Philomath Warriors. Philomath 8 seed. They are coming off of a win on Wednesday night at Philomath. They beat the 9 seed Henley Hornets by a count of 12-4. Banks coming off a 5-0 shutout on Wednesday right here at the Banks ball field, taking care of business over 16 seed Madras White Buffalo. Today they've gone chalk, and 4A has pretty much all gone chalk with the exception of one game. The 10 seed Junction City Tigers upsetted their opponent on Wednesday, and they are playing a much tougher team today against the 2 seed Hidden Valley Mustangs. That game going on east of Grants Pass down in Applegate, and they are opposite the Banks Braves. So Banks and Hidden Valley have been our picks to meet in the state championship coming up on June 4th all along. Banks, of course, as we told you about, wearing their home whites with the navy blue pinstripes, Vegas gold trim. Philomath, they are black and gold colors. They are wearing gray pants with black stirrup socks, black jerseys with the gold trim, gold letters. They kind of look like the Pittsburgh Pirate uniforms. They've got black numbers. It's a yellow, kind of a cool yellow outline, but they're big, bold letters, kind of like the Bilotti Bold of the Oregon Ducks lettering scheme. But the uniforms overall look like the Pittsburgh Pirates. The outfield lineup for the defensive lineup for the Banks Braves. Out in left field is Logan Kine, Wyatt Selleck in center, Jack Lyda in right. Third infield left to right, it's Justin Walters, Wyatt Hesselman, Christian Lyda, and Charlie White at first base. Colton Hesselman, the starting pitcher, and his battery mate is Ashton Crossan. Colton Crossan there in the battery. Trevor Beard with the first inning play-by-play.
Colton ready for the first pitch. Curveball misses in the dirt for ball 1. Jonathan, Banks, a lot of runs in league play. Worst league this year, though, in 4A baseball. Philomath put 12 on the board in the win on Wednesday. Do you think this has the potential for a high-scoring matchup?
Well, they went long. They hit a lot of home runs, and we saw some home runs here. 3 home runs by the Banks Braves on Wednesday night, 2 by Charlie White, and 1 by Justin Walters. And we know that Logan Kine has power as well. So, yeah, the wind kind of kicking up right now, and I just felt it coming into the press box. So if that wind stays coming out from the west and blowing into the park, it could keep the balls in the stadium until the outfield, and maybe that's why we're seeing Logan Kind out there in the outfield, maybe kind of anticipating the ball staying in the park.
A lot different day temperature-wise too, weather-wise. A lot warmer on Wednesday, which could have contributed to that. Those home runs on Wednesday. Leadoff base hit for Ordway, and Philomath has a leadoff runner aboard.
Yeah, that was just a dead red seeing-eyed fastball right over the plate, and Cameron got every bit of that aluminum bat right on it and just poked it through the 36 hole between third and short into left field for a leadoff single. We saw that on Wednesday. Madras got a leadoff single and then got a walk, and then Charlie White bounced out of it.
First pitch misses low, ball 1, and
it's a dangerous way to live, getting into danger, then dancing out of danger, but yeah.
Colton, not a good start. He's thrown first pitch balls. In fact, 3 or 4 out of the first 5 pitches have been balls thrown by Colton. There's a strike there to even the count at 1-1.
That was a nice pitch right on the outside corner. Perfect placement of the ball by Colton that time.
No score, just underway. 2022 OSAA 4A State Baseball Championship quarterfinals. Philomath at Banks. Token toss to first, just to keep Cameron Ordway close. Colton Hesselman, the left-hander on the hill for the Braves. His brother Wyatt at shortstop. Pitch misses down and in. Nice job by Ashton to keep that one in front of him, but the count is 2-1. And again, Colton is behind in the count. has gotten a lot of looks from Division I college baseball programs over the last 2 years, including Oregon and Oregon State. Normally, up until, well, he has played a lot of outfield and shortstop as well. Runner at first goes, hit and run, only plays to first. Grounder is low, and the tag is in time. Barely. Low throw. Charlie White luckily able to dig it out just in time to make the tag. But Ordway heads to second with one out.
Well, Justin Walters playing in perfect position that time. Coaching staff had him up playing at the edge of the grass, and he was able to field that ball quickly, get it over to Charlie White. I don't think that Charlie really anticipated how quickly and how hard that was because he was at the edge of the grass, so it didn't have as much room to go over there. But Charlie, nice job to stay with it and get the out.
Curveball, nice pitch that time on the outside edge, 0-1. Hesselman family, a lot of ties to the Philomath community. Mom Sarah graduated from Philomath.
Philomath, of course, won the 4A girls basketball state championship this year.
A lot of fans from both schools talking to each other before the game. Demographics very similar, both very conservative farming communities. Pitch misses down and in. Count again is 1-1.
Yeah, Philomath, for anybody not familiar with where they're at, they are in the mid-Willamette Valley. They are sitting just outside of Oregon State University, right there in Corvallis.
The 1-1 from Colton. Curveball outside, but got him to wave at it, 1-2. And here's a huge pitch for Colton Hesselman trying to pick up the second out.
Yeah, that was a little excuse me swing that time by Mason Stearns, just kind of like he half-hearted there, didn't really go, and then he's like, oh, I had to commit.
The 1-2 from Colton, pitch is downstairs for ball 2. Colton looks at second. Pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. Actually, apparently, it was missed. It sounded like he got a piece of it, but he ran to first, so apparently a strikeout and a throw to first for the second out, but the runner at second advances to third.
Yeah, dropped third strike that time, but a great job by Ashton Crossan to jump up and get that ball. Fortunately, the backstop, between home plate and the backstop, there's not much distance right there, so Ashton was able there to be able to catch it off the wall and get it over to Charlie. Record the second out.
So 2 outs for Philomath, but a runner at third is Ordway. Nasty curveball that time. Almost looked like it was going to come in and hit him. Swung on and missed, strike 1.
Braves dancing with danger with 2 outs now, but a runner, like you said, Trevor, 90 feet away. Let's see if they can keep him there.
The one from Colton. Curveball, strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2 the count, and now Colton 1 pitch away from getting out of the top of the first with a runner just 1 bag away from scoring.
That was the definition of a nasty curveball. It kind of had the look of a change coming out, and then it curved at the last second.
The 0-2 from Colton, swung on and fouled back out of play off the first base side. Count remains 0-2. Try to get a few more of our sponsors in tonight. Last foul tipped into the glove of Ashton Crossan for out number 3, and Philomath strands a runner at third. No runs, a hit, and a runner left after half an inning. Philomath nothing, and the Braves coming up to bat when we return. We'll be back after this from a couple of our local sponsors, Jason Bond Remodeling and Jim's Market.
Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath? James Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They offer stone countertop fabrication and installation and cabinet installation services. They'll do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based locally in Washington County, they'll do jobs in most Portland metro locations. Call 503-753-9993 or email jasonbondremodeling@gmail.com. Jason Bond Remodeling, Oregon CCV number 227733.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
To help our team and community get ahead, On Point delivers the local banking and lending its members need to reach their goals and make more possible. Visit On Point at onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Opportunity.
No score, bottom of the first. Philomath had a runner at third to end the inning. Curveball taken all the way for strike one to Wyatt. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch, who just misses low and away. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 to Wyatt, swung on and missed on a pitch dropped. 1-2, catcher Logan Carter for Philomath.
Wyatt's been in a little bit of a funk as of late at the plate. He did have a couple of walks on Wednesday night, but
1-2 pitch, taken outside a little bit low, 2-2.
I'd like to see him get on track here and get out of that funk. Gets a good team like Philomath.
2-2 pitch, swung on, popped straight back into the top of the screen. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As I mentioned in the pregame or before the first pitch, both of these teams, this is a battle of conference champions right here. Banks win the Kawapa.
2-2 pitch, curveball misses a little bit high. Count is full, 3-2. Nice job by Wyatt to stay patient.
And Philomath from the Oregon West.
3-2 from Griffith is inside, nearly hit him. And that's ball 4. Wyatt Hesselman aboard with a leadoff walk.
Well, Trevor, this game so far is kind of following the script of Wednesday night, where Madras got on with a base hit and then a base runner up in air to get 2 runners on base into scoring position in the first inning, and then Banks came back and recorded the 3 outs, kind of like they did here today against Philomath. And in the second inning, Wyatt Hesselman led off in the bottom of the first, Wyatt Hesselman led off with a walk, as he did here today.
And then Charlie White drove in the first 2 runs on his first home run of the day.
And Charlie is on deck after Colton Hesselman.
Colton takes the first pitch for a strike on the inner half to the left-handed hitter. Brother Wyatt with a slight lead at first, dives back. Oh, 1 the count to Colton Hesselman. Pitched the curveball a little bit outside. Looked like it was further out when it started, but broke back closer to the plate, 1-1.
Yeah, I think that came off of the pitcher's hand, David Griffith, just a little bit sooner than he wanted it.
Throw to first. We talked about the home runs key in Wednesday's win. I think it's going to be a lot harder to hit home runs out of the park today with the weather conditions. A 1-1 from Griffith. Curveball inside, 2-1.
Yeah, you don't have that. Wednesday was very warm day, upper 70s. You had the warm air and get the ball in the jet stream today. Much cooler, damper, more of a traditional northwest feel.
2-1 the count. The pitch from Griffith. Swung on, grounded hard. There's a likely double play. The throw to second, he dropped it. So they will get the lead runner at second, but reaching at first on a fielder's choice will be Colton Hesselman. So 1 out for the Braves in the bottom of the first. At the plate for Banks, first baseman number 2, Charlie White.
Well, fans, you can stay connected to your favorite team with the OSAA Live mobile app. OSAA Live features the latest scores, schedules, and rankings for all teams and leagues across Oregon. Access state championship programs, read the latest group news and information. Just search OSAA Live in the App Store or on Google Play to download today.
Curveball misses high, upstairs for ball 1. Catcher Logan Carter looks Colton back to first. Actually, correction on Wyatt. Colton grounded into a fielder's choice. Last at bat, a little bit inside. Ball 2 to Charlie White. If Griffith misses here, it'll be interesting to see if Charlie gets the green light on 3-0. 2-0 from Griffith, and swung at that pitch. Home run swing, trying to rip one on a pitch out of the strike zone. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, Charlie was just trying to do too much that time with that pitch that was way out of the zone. He just needs to relax and just make solid contact on the ball.
Again, a throw to first to keep Wyatt close. Actually, it is Colton at first. Colton reached on a fielder's choice. Wyatt was the lead runner, tagged out at second. Fly ball hit to right field. Making the catch, although he did get turned around a little bit. That'll send Wyatt back to first. Now 2 outs.
Yeah, it was a great little 360 spin move there by Blake Neiman out in right field as he was coming in on it. And I think the wind that we talked about,
18,
it just kind of shifted on him when we saw that out there. As it shifted, he had to make a quick little 360 pivot to go back and catch that ball. It's a great effort by Neiman.
We have time called as Philomath's manager is going to go out and have a talk with David Griffith. We talked about this in quite a few games. Top half of the Braves lineup, speed, power, and want to make sure they get the third out here with Logan Kind coming to the plate as he's the last of the real dangerous hitters to have one lead the park. Although we did see Justin Walters kind of surprised with his home run in the win on Wednesday.
See what Logan Kind can do and see if the Braves can get a 2-out RBI here in the bottom of the first.
White with a slight lead at first. The pitch from Griffith, outside curveball.
Beautiful pitch that time by David Griffith.
0-1, righty versus lefty. Griffith, the right-handed pitcher. Logan Kind, one of 2 left-handed hitters for the Braves. Pitch from Griffith, swung on, and that's lifted to left, playable, and racing over towards the line and making the catch near the fence over in front of the batting cages and the covered batting cages, actually, is the left fielder Alec Russell for out number 3. So Braves unable to score in the first inning, unlike Wednesday after 1 full. No score. We'll be back with the top of the second inning. Jonathan Lee will be up. We'll be back in 1 minute after this local break from Sarah Hesselman.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your bank's Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
The toss down to second goes awry for Banks in the center field. Fortunately, that's just during the toss back, and we are getting set here for the top of the second inning of a scoreless game here in the quarterfinals. Standing in for Philomath, big, tall right-hander, number 15. That is Ty May. He's the first baseman for the Philomath Warriors today. Ty May is a junior. Got one more year of eligibility for the Warriors. Standing in against Colton Hesselman. Here comes the first offering to him. It's down low and outside, ball 1.
Pretty sure we saw him for basketball, too, and it looks like a very dangerous hitter. Looks like he has a lot of upper body strength, big frame, possible home run hitter.
The 1-0 delivery is fouled off to the right, and so the count runs even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I was looking for an official height on there, but Philomath's roster just has their year and their numbers and not even positions. But he looks about like 6'3" or 6'4". This pitch is fouled up on the right side, giving chase is Jack Lyda. He's going to watch it sail into out of play into the visiting bullpen area. And so the count 1-2. It swims back into the favor now with Colton Hesselman. So a strike away perhaps from sending Ty May back to the dugout. Colton has his sign. Here comes the 1-2. It's popped up straight away center field. Going back on it is Wyatt Selleck. He looks like he has a beat on it and does so. Makes the play as he runs over into right center field. And so Ty May is retired here in the top of the second.
Starting pitcher number 4, David Griffith.
David Griffith, the starting pitcher for the Philomath Warriors, stands in now. And this is like Mutt and Jeff, the old real tall and short. David Griffith, a much taller stature, so that's going to change the strike zone a little bit as the strike zone goes from here's the first offering. It's laced into center field, and that's going to be playable, and it is caught by Wyatt Selleck out there in left. So 2 straight flyouts to Selleck. This time he had to go to his right and come in a little bit, but he does make the play, and there's 2 away quickly
14,
just like that, and that's going to bring up Chad Russell. The designated hitter, he is batting for the right fielder today for Philomath. First pitch to Russell is high and tight, ball 1. Again, Colton Hesselman starting another batter with a ball. I don't think he's yet to start in the bat with a strike yet today.
One time. In the first inning.
And that pitch sails low and outside, low and away for ball 2. 2-0 now to Chad Russell, the hitter for Philomath. Number 14 on the back of that black jersey. Here's the 2-0. It's inside, on the inside corner, called a strike. I think this home plate umpire looks familiar. I think he might have been here Wednesday. And if it is, he called that inside corner. Here's the 2-1 on its way to Russell. It's fouled back to the screen behind home plate, and that'll even the count up to 2-2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard again. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. The scoreless game. Here comes the 2-2 from Colton Hesselman. Swung on and missed, and it might have been dropped a little bit, but Ashton Crossan tagged the runner, and that will be out. No, that'll be that. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Colton Hesselman. Our score headed to the bottom of the second. It remains scoreless here in Banks. We'll be back after this. You're listening to the 2022 OSAA State 4A Baseball Championship quarterfinal on Westside Mobile Media.
Home equity has skyrocketed of late, which means you may have a ton of cash value in your home. Visit wanafcu.org to learn more about a home equity line of credit. Wana Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Wyatt Selleck standing in for the Banks Braves as we get the bottom of the second started. Takes the first pitch on the low outside corner for strike. Here's the 0-1 count. Inside, fist it right to the shortstop. Up with it is Ordway, and he throws over to his first baseman, Ty May, to record the first out. And Wyatt Selleck is gone 6-3. And there's one away. Still looking for Banks, still looking for their first hit of the game. Still looking to break this scoreless tie. Ashton Crossan will look to do so. First pitch to him is right there over the plate, and Ashton came up empty, swinging and missing for strike 1. Ashton Crossan, the junior catcher. There's the 0-1. It's low and gets away from the catcher, Carter, Logan Carter. I think that'll go down as a wild pitch. So the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Working quickly is Griffith, and he gets the inside corner to run the count to 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ashton Crossan. Second man to bat here in the inning for the Banks Braves. Here comes the 1-2 from Griffith. Set up on the outside is Carter, and that is a ball all the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not sure what they were looking for there because there's no one on base. Typically it looked like a pitch out, but here's the 2-2 again, and that's up high, and the count runs full now. 3-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Justin Walters on deck. Here's the 3-2. It's a good job of Ashton to fight off that pitch and foul it off the right side behind us. The count remains 3-2.
It looks like Logan Carter's trying to set up on the outside of the plate.
Yeah. Here comes the payoff pitch again, and that's line shot into right field. That's a base hit for Ashton Crossan, and that's the first hit of the game for the Banks Braves, and they've got something cooking as Justin Walters comes up now. Justin Walters on Wednesday night, his first at bat in the second inning, he sent it out to the bushes in left field for a solo home run. If he could do that here today with this breeze and cooler air, it would give the Braves a 2 spot. We'll see. Griffith checks the run at first. That would be Crossan. The nice lead, throw back over. Crossan is back in time, diving back to the bag. Just a little throw, say, hey, yeah, I'm aware you're there. I see you. Here's the first offering to Justin Walters. It's inside, a little bit low, looked pretty good. Saw that pitch a couple of pitches ago that was called a strike, but that one just a little bit low. Strike zone goes from about the letters to the knees, just above the knees. Here's the 1-0 to Walters. Swung on and missed. It was on the outside part of the plate. And that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike now. David Griffith, the pitcher for Philomath. Justin Walters standing in, the right-handed hitter for Banks. Griffith checks the runner again. Here comes the kick, the pitch, and going down to second is Crossan. He slides, he's safe. Well ahead of the throw and tag, and it's a stolen base for Ashton Crossan, and Banks has a runner in scoring position now here in the bottom of the second. We talked about it time and time again this season on Wednesday night, Trevor. Situational baseball. Banks is very good at it.
Something we did not see Wednesday. 2 infield
Here's a
umpires.
shot right to shortstop. Going to go over to third to get the lead runner. Ball gets loose off away from the third baseman. Safe at third is Crossan. And going over to first base on the fielder's choice is Justin Walters. And now, Trevor, the Braves really have something cooking with runners in the corners and only 1 out for Christian Lyda.
So that should go down as an error, right, on the throw to third?
Well, went to third, and the throw went down to third. That one it'll be a fielder's choice for the hit,
Batting number
and
5,
then an
second
error
baseman Christian
on the throw,
Lyda.
a throwing error that would have been an out at third base. I think that'll be an E5 on that one. The third baseman missed it.
Expect maybe a bunt or a hit and run here.
Christian Lyda would be a perfect candidate to drop a bunt down. We'll see how Coach Baumgartner wants to play it. And he's not showing bunt right now as the pitch goes down low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Joe Baumgartner, the veteran coach for the Banks Braves. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. It's outside and just caught. That was a delayed strike call, but it just did catch the strike zone. And so it runs the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Ashton Crossan leads from third. Walters from first. Comes the 1-1 to Christian Lyda. Nope. A 31 bluff move by David Griffith as he looked the runner back to third and then turned over to first. Griffith checks the runners. Now here's the kick and the pitch. It's on the outside corner. He did not go, and they appealed, and field umpire said no. I saw that from up here. He held it back, but the home plate umpire wanted to help.
1-2.
1-2 is the count, or I think it's 2-1, but it's 1-2. Says the home plate umpire. The ball gets away from the catcher, Logan Carter, but he gets back on it. Runners will hold. So 2-2 now is the count officially. 2 balls, 2 strikes. For this playoff game, of course, a three-person officiating crew. Here comes the pitch. And on that last play, somewhere we missed this, Justin Walters moved to second base. So now runners at second and third, and Christian Lyda is a strikeout victim, swinging and missing for the second out. That'll bring up Blake Jewett, the designated hitter for the Banks Braves. Here comes the first offering to Jewett, and that is line hard into left center field. That's going to drop. Nope, it's going to be caught by the left fielder, Chad Russell. Didn't think Russell was going to catch up to it in time. It looked like it was going to drop, but Russell did just get over there and retire the out. That saves 2 runs. That's huge. So no runs, a hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. We play 2 complete. It's still scoreless here from Banks High School. You're listening to the 2022 4A State Baseball Championship quarterfinal on Westside Mobile Media.
For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has been solving problems for business owners. However, the needs of our customers and potential customers have changed dramatically over the years, so we've changed too. If you run a business and want to find out how Pacific Office Automation can help improve your business processes and costs, call us today to request a free workflow audit. Whether it's managed print services, IT services, or data security, we're here to help. PacificOffice.com. Problem solved.
Dear Exit Strategy, no matter which Toyota you choose, there's an exit from the ordinary to match. See you soon, Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
We welcome you back to Banks High School as we head to the top of the 3rd inning of this fast-moving quarterfinal matchup. No score. 2 teams with long winning streaks, a 14-game winning streak for Banks, a 7-game winning streak for Philomath, and it's a tight one. And we are getting set
letting out for Philomath, second baseman number 24.
Philomath to take their
Lindsay.
3rd hacks at it with the play-by-play of the 3rd inning. Here's Trevor Beard.
Thank you, Jonathan. For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has remained locally owned and operated, supporting the community and people in places that matter. That's why Pacific Office Automation continues to sponsor the OSAA year after year. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved. First pitch to Cash Lindsay is called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Kind of bad timing to read the Pacific Office spot after just playing it. Swing and a miss that time, 0-2 the count to Cash Lindsay. And finally, hopefully Colton might be getting in a groove after throwing back-to-back pitches here to start the 3rd. Back-to-back strikes. The 0-2, curveball, swing and a miss on a huge breaking ball for out number 1. And Philomath has 1 out in the top of the 3rd.
That's the 3rd strikeout today for Colton Hesselman, and back-to-back Ks going back to last inning 11, when he struck out
Logan
Chad
Carter.
Russell, who came up swinging and missing. So as you mentioned, Trevor, looks like Colton is starting to settle in.
First pitch to Carter, curveball that time, misses low and away for ball 1. That pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1. And Jonathan, we were keeping an eye on that Philomath-Henley game Wednesday. By this time, I think there were like 6 runs scored in the 3rd inning. I think it was like tied at 3. I don't think we're going to see those kind of runs scored here today.
Yeah, but there's a nice line shot, line poke in the right field, but right to Jack Lyda in right.
Top of the order for the Warriors, number 10, shortstop Cameron Ordway.
A big part of that game is that Henley really had a bout of wildness on the mound, really uncharacteristic of Henley's baseball program. I think they've got some young players, young pitchers, but they walked 6 batters in that game.
Nice curveball that time on the inner half, 0-1. Plus, the weather was different, I'm sure, in that game as well. That may have helped quite a few more home runs get hit.
Yeah, it was pretty much sunny and warm throughout the Willamette Valley up here and even down in the mid-Willamette Valley at Philomath where that game was played.
Curveball misses a little bit low. Maybe off the plate to the outside, 1-1. Pitch from Colton, 1-1. Pitch swung on and missed, 1-2, and trying to pick up his 5th K of the afternoon and end the top of the third here with one more pitch. The 1-2 from Colton, swung on and missed. Pitch is dropped, throw to first in time for strikeout number 5 for Colton Hesselman. Number 4, and as we head to the bottom of the third, still no score. In fact, each team, I believe, with just one hit through the first 2.5 innings. We'll take a 1-minute local break and be back after this from Terry Powell, American Family Insurance.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm, it's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Call American Family Agent Terry Powell in Gaston, 503-521-8842.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Leading off for the Braves, number 1, shortstop Wyatt Hesselman. First pitch for the Braves in the bottom of the third inning is lifted foul out of play off the first base side by shortstop Wyatt Hesselman. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 from Griffith, high and tight, swung on late and just got a piece of it, fouling it straight back. 0-2. From Griffith, 1-2, well outside. Again, looked like a pitch out, but nobody aboard with Wyatt leading off the third. 1-2 the count. Pitch from Griffith. Pitch is down and off the shin guard, I think, of Logan Carter. Gets to the backstop, 2-2. 2-2 from Griffith is swung on, and that's going to get through the gap between third and short for the second base hit of the game for the Braves. And nobody out this time. And a leadoff single for the Braves here in the top of the third, or bottom of the third.
Doesn't get any easier with another Hesselman standing in. Colton trying to move his brother around and maybe even bring him in. The second lefty on the Banks Braves roster today.
Pitch is lifted up and coming in, left fielder racing and able to make the grab is Alec Russell for out number 1 on one pitch to Colton Hesselman.
Well, you mentioned right on that ball lifted up in the air, up in that jet stream right there, and with the swirling winds up there, kind of I think it kind of twirled that ball around up there, and the Philomath defenders and outfielders didn't really know where it was going to go with it. But it's a great job of all of them to communicate with each other and keep their eyes on the ball to see where that ball was going to come down at.
First pitch to Charlie, wanted to nibble at it, but misses well outside for ball 1. Charlie had a perfect day, I believe, on Wednesday. May have had a walk, but got on base each at bat. 1-0 pitch is curveball right there. Nice pitch. Breaks back across the plate. 1-1. Two home runs for Charlie on Wednesday. The 1-1 count with Wyatt at first. Pitch from Griffith. Fouled straight back over the top, out of play. 1-2.
Winner of this game today, Trevor, will take on the winner of Marist Catholic and LeGrand. They're playing at LeGrand today. Actually, that game probably should be just about over. It started at 3:15. Was supposed to start at 4, but got moved up maybe for weather situations. But those two winners will play Tuesday in the semis.
The 1-2 from Charlie White is lifted to the gap. And, it's going to get caught up and making the catch on the warning track, I believe, is the left fielder. Again, Alec Russell. Wyatt will have to go all the way back to first. And I think if we were 2 days earlier back on Wednesday, that ball leaves the park. Yeah, today cooler, and the winds are picking up a little bit this inning since the last inning. And now the Philomath head coach, Levi Weber, coming out to talk with the umpires about something. He's discussing something with the crew chief, the first base umpire, something about second base. Or maybe center field. He pointed towards the middle part of the field, making some motions with his hand. It looks like that's a battle he's not going to win. Dear driver, you're invited to save big on a new Toyota. Hurry in today. Visit Toyota.com for more information. Toyota, let's go places. Batting for the Braves, first base, left fielder, number 18, Logan Kine. So 2 outs, runner at first. Throwback is not in time. I think the discussion Philomath was having was something about the fact that Wyatt was all the way at second before the catch was made, and maybe having something to do with Wyatt getting back in time on the catch on the second out. That one's driven to right, but making the catch. Oh, yeah, he looked like he may have dropped it late, but making the catch is the right fielder. Blake Neiman, bottom of the lineup, hard to see him. And after 3 full, still no score. The Braves pick up their second hit, but do not move Wyatt Hesselman over from first. After 3 full, still no score. We'll be back in 1 minute after this OSAA break. Jonathan Lee will have the 4th inning.
Money isn't interested in the fact that you dream of going to Greece. And it doesn't pace at night wondering how you'll pay for braces 3 times. The point is, money without people is just money. Only people can use it to run the family ranch, buy their first house, or adopt a happy old dog. To us, the powerful thing about money isn't money at all. It's helping you harness the power of yours. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has been solving problems for business owners. However, the needs of our customers and potential customers have changed dramatically over the years, so we've changed too. If you run a business and want to find out how Pacific Office Automation can help improve your business processes and costs, call us today to request a free workflow audit. Whether it's managed print services, IT services, or data security, we're here to help. PacificOffice.com. Problem solved.
You can stay up to date with everything high school, including news, stories, coaches' polls, and more by visiting OSAA Today. Go to osaa.org/today to visit OSAA today. We start the top of the 3rd inning now, top of the 4th inning rather, and it's 2, 3, and 4 for Philomath. Carson Girding, the second man in the lineup, standing in. Takes the first pitch high and tight. About letter high fastball from Colton Hesselman. It's the second pitch, ball 2, 2-0 to Girding. Here's the 2-0 offering, and that is line shot into left field. Going over is Wyatt Selleck into left center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding first, headed for second is Girding, and he's there sliding in. So a leadoff double, the first extra base hit of the evening here today. It's by Carson Girding, and Philomath is in business here in the top of the 4th, trying to break through with the first run of the game.
Mason Stearns.
Mason Stearns will stand in to try to advance Girding around. It's the first time that Philomath has had a runner past second base since the first inning when Ordway got to third. Prior to that hit, Colton Hesselman had set down 6 straight Warriors. Be a good time to start a new streak right here and keep Girding at second base. 1-0 to Ordway, and that pit ball hits in the dirt behind home plate. And for the second time today, Philomath has a runner at third base, this time with nobody out as Carson Girding gets over to third. And we've got a count of 3 balls and no strikes on Mason Stearns with nobody out. Golden opportunity for Philomath to drive in the game's first run right here. Wyatt steps off the pitcher's mound. His time has been called and granted. Mason Stearns having a little chat with the home plate umpire, maybe asking him about the weather today. Now we're ready to play baseball again. Here comes the 3-0, and that is a line shot right between third and short into left field. And he saw that. That was a seeing-eyed single, an RBI single for Mason Stearns, and that's going to score Carson Girding easily. And Philomath breaks through with the first run today. They lead it 1-0. That was just right between the wickets, right in between third baseman Justin Walters and Wyatt Hesselman, right into left field. And Alex Russell, beg your pardon, will stand in, looking to keep it going. But now a runner at first in Mason Stearns. First count to him is a ball.
Left fielder number 3, Alex Russell.
1 ball, no strikes to number 3, Alex Russell. Here comes the 1-0 from Colton. It's fouled away down the right side, and 1 ball, 1 strike now. 1 runner in here in the top of the 4th. 1 runner on first. That's Mason Stearns with the RBI single that brought in Carson Girding, who led off this inning with a double. Throw back over to first base. Back in easily is Mason Stearns. Alex Russell, the batter. Ty May on deck. The big, tall, lanky Ty May. Colton leans in, has the sign, checks the runner. Here comes the 1-1. Off to second base is Mason Stearns. Throw down to second is not in time, and that's going to be a stolen base for Mason Stearns. The second stolen base today. First by Philomath. Banks also has a stolen base. So a runner now in scoring position with nobody out and a 1-0 Philomath lead. Count is 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Alex Russell. Waiting the 2-1 delivery from Colton. He has it. Here it comes, and it's popped up in the air behind home plate. Ashton Crossan gave around, but it's going to get out of play. And so the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. We're in the top of the 4th. Philomath leading Banks 1-0. The Warriors the 8th seed in the 4A state tournament. Banks number 1. Colton peers into Crossan to get the sign. Comes set at the belt. Checks the runner at second. Checks him again. Taking a long look at second. Here comes the 2-2 offering. It's upstairs. Ball 3. Count full. Colton really taking his time now in between pitches. Peers in. Get the sign. Has it. Comes set at the belt. Checks the runner at second. Here comes the 3-2 offering. Swing on a miss. It gets away from the catcher. Crossan picks it up, throws it over to Charlie White to record the out. It's a strikeout looking, but it's a out 2-3. But on the play, getting over to third base is Mason Stearns. So another productive out for the Philomath Warriors. Just the first out, and another runner 90 feet away from putting a crooked number in the inning. And that'll bring up Ty May now, the big, tall, lanky right-hander for Philomath. Peers down at third base to his coach, Levi Weber, to get the sign. signal what they want to do here with one out. Colton Hesselman comes set. Infield playing at the grass. This pitch is fouled away. All four infielders for Banks playing right at the edge of the grass, expecting maybe a bunt. Actually, what they're trying to do is cut down the runner at home. Charlie White at first playing a little bit off the grass and straight away from first base. Outfield pretty much midway. Here comes the 1-0. It is fouled off right at the plate. Strike two.
This would be huge if Colton could get a strikeout here with 2 outs and the runner at third, and I think that's what Ashton wants to talk to Colton about.
Definitely would be a huge momentum swing right here in the ball game. Right now, momentum on Philomath's side, and Banks needs to do something to get that back.
Maybe throw something a little bit off the plate. With 2 strikes, you have a couple pitches to play with.
Back to action here. Leading away from third is Mason Stearns. Here comes the 0-2. It's right there, called strike 3. Sit on down, Ty May. Take a picture. It lasts longer. That's 2 outs now. And the 5th strikeout, 6th strikeout. 6th strikeout for Colton Hesselman in the 2nd out of the inning. So now that changes things. Still not out of the woods, though. Still got another runner there 90 feet away. But David Griffith steps to the plate. Pitcher on pitcher here. Griffith last time up in the 2nd flew out to Wyatt Selleck in center field. Colton has the sign, comes set at the belt. Here comes the offering to Griffith. It's upstairs and outside. Ball 1. Don't want to throw outside when you're facing your opposing pitcher. You want to get him. Here comes the 1-0. It's on the outside corner, called a strike. Nice job of Colton Hesselman to come right back after getting the first pitch ball to get the strike, to even the count at 1-1. Colton comes set. Here comes the 1-1 offering. It's upstairs. Ball 2. He tried to bring that one down. It just didn't come down, and it just stayed up there. So it goes down as 2 balls and a strike now to Griffith. The 2-1 delivery. It's line shot right back up the middle into center field. That's going to score a run. That's a base hit. And David Griffith wins that battle with the RBI single. 2nd one here in this inning. And coming home to score easily from third is Mason Stearns. And Philomath does indeed put a 14, crooked number up on the scoreboard here in the top of the 4th, leading it 2-0 over the top seed Banks Braves. And that'll bring up Chad Russell. And that is a 2-out knock that scores a run. Sometimes those are the key runs right there. Here comes the first offering. It's upstairs and high, outside for ball 1. Another at-bat begins with a ball for Colton Hesselman. He's had times of brilliance here in these first 4 innings and then times of a little bit of shaky control problems. Here's the 1-0, laced right at the shortstop. Diving stop by the shortstop. Wyatt Hesselman gets it over to Christian Light at second for the force play, and that will be that, but not before Philomath breaks through and takes the lead with 2 runs on 3 base hits, and they do leave 1 runner on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Banks looking to put 2 spots on the board themselves. Philomath 2, Banks nothing. You're listening to the 4A State Baseball Championship quarterfinal on Westside Mobile Media.
Dear Exit Strategy, no matter which Toyota you choose, there's an exit from the ordinary to match. See you soon, Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Banks Post Newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
For the fourth inning, Banks finds themselves down on the scoreboard 2-0, trying to get those 2 runs back. Leading it off is Wyatt Selleck. First pitch to him, good eye, high and way outside, way high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes from David Griffith, the pitcher for Philomath. The 1-0 is right there, line shot at shortstop. Selleck got to be on his horse, but not quick enough as the throw comes over Ordway to May for the first out, and that's how the bottom of the fourth begins, 6-3.
Batting catcher number 20, Ashton Crossan.
If you're keeping score, Ashton Crossan coming up. He got the first hit of the game for Banks, and it's the first of 2 hits. It was in the second inning. He came all the way to third base and was stranded there. Here's the first offering to Ashton, and it's a ball. Justin Walters on deck. Christian Lyda would be next. David Griffith on the hill for Philomath. Goes into the kick. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, but a little low. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Ashton Crossan. Takes a look at the bat. Gets his stance right. He's ready to go. Comes the 2-0 from Griffith. Right over the plate. Called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ashton knows where it's at now. I just got to make timing. Here comes the 2-1, and it's inside, way inside. Ashton had to duck out of the way of that one. So runs the count to a hitter's delight, 3-1. Multiple options from here. Here comes the 3-1 offering. It's a chop shot right up the middle, right to the shortstop. Ordway over to May is in a sliding stave. Crossan made a head first slide at first base, and he is safe, but the ball gets away anyways. So, but he would have been safe, so that's a hit all the way. That's a single because he slid,
Batting
and he
number
would have
3,
been
third
safe.
baseman Justin Walters.
And that'll bring up Justin Walters now with a 1-out single for Ashton Crossan, the 3rd hit of the day for Banks.
Good time for a repeat from Wednesday for Justin to tie the game.
Justin Walters standing in, waiting for the first official delivery as the ball was thrown over to first. Here it comes. And Justin offered at it and missed it. It was on the outside half. So 0-1 to Justin Walters. Griffith comes set. Here's the pitch. Way up high, and Walters was swinging all the way. Swinging at ball 1 right there, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Banks perhaps a little bit too antsy to get those 2 runs back. Just make contact. Setting up on the outside part of the plate, and getting a piece of it is Walters, but fouls it away. So the count remains 0-2. At the bottom of the 4th inning, 1 out, 1 runner on. That's Ashton Crossan getting his lead from first. Griffith keeping an eye on him. Here comes the 0-2. It's outside and away. They were setting up again on the outside part of the strike zone, but that one was too far outside. So the count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Justin Walters. Christian Lyda on deck, hoping he has an opportunity. Here comes the 1-2, and runner going down to second is Crossan. Will he get there again? He does so. Easily ahead of the throw. And that is the 2nd stolen base today for Ashton Crossan. He did that again in the 2nd inning. It's all about manufacturing runs. Manufactured a scoring chance here with 1 out. Let's see if Justin can convert. The 2-2 on its way, down low, ball 3. And headed off to third is Crossan, and he's going to get there ahead of the throw. I just said it, Trevor, manufacturing runs. That's what Banks has been doing all this season. That's why they are 22-2.
We talked about it all year, situational baseball, and in a low-scoring game, that's
here's the payoff pitch, popped up in the air, and that looks like it's drifting foul, and giving a chase is the Philomath Warriors, but they're going to watch it sail out of play over the fence. So we'll come back and do it again. The 7th or 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Justin Walters.
And with anything hit deep to the outfield, it should score Crossan at third, especially with his speed.
Don't have to score them all at once. Chip away, that'll do.
Inside.
Here's a pitch inside and in the dirt. Ball 4. Runners at the corners with 1 out for Christian Lyda. And now we'll see how
Batting number 5,
Coach Baumgartner
baseman,
wants
Christian
to play
Lyda.
it here with 1 out and runners on the corners. Might we see Lyda lay down a bunt? Could see the safety squeeze, Trevor.
Yeah, Christian Lyda has the speed to bunt for a base hit, and I think he wants to call time. And
now, of course, doing this, so asking for time, I don't know if Coach Baumgartner really pleased with that timeout, because you pretty much show your hand to the other team and they're going like, oh, all right, something's up here. But we'll see.
had an opportunity to score the first run for Banks last at bat.
Comes the first offering from Griffith. No bunt attempt. Swinging away all the way is Christian Lyda, and he was swinging at Nats. Came up empty. 0-1. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Philomath up 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. There's a little 31 bluff move by David Griffith, but nothing doing. Runners hold. Ashton Crossan at 3rd. Justin Walters at 1st. Christian Lyda, the hitter. Batter. Here comes the 0-1 to Lyda. It's outside, way outside. Ball 2. Good eye by Christian Lyda. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Runners at the corners for Banks, down 2-0. Setting up on the outside again is the catcher Carter, and that is outside and low. Just caught the strike zone, and now some shenanigans trying to get the ball back to the pitcher. Goes awry, and runner's going to hold. 2 balls, 1 strike to Christian Lyda. As time has been called by Philomath. Third baseman Stearns just wanted to be on the same page with Griffith, the pitcher. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 offering. And runner's going to go and trying to steal home. And now going back to third. They're in a rundown with Crossan. He gets tagged out. But going down to second on the play is Justin Walters. But there is still 2 out. So see, that one is going to go 1-5-2-5. 1-5-2-5. Did you get that, Trevor?
Yeah, Banks has tried that play a couple of times, including in the Henley win in the state championship, where they try to get the catcher to try to make the move at second and then score on the throw to second. But this time, Philomath too smart. Yeah,
Philomath was wise to that. And here's a swing and a miss by Christian Lyda to add insult to injury, and so Banks turns a scoring opportunity into nothing. And we played 4 complete, no runs, no runs, and no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We played 4 complete. It's still Philomath 2, Banks nothing. Back after this, you're listening to the 2022 4A State Baseball Championship quarterfinals on Westside Mobile Media.
Andy McNabb Allstate in North Plains is your local Allstate agent. Located at 10120 Northwest Glencoe, across from Subway. She has 20 years of Allstate experience providing auto, home, renters, life, and other insurance products. Get a quote and receive a $10 gift card. Andy McNabb Allstate. Call 503-433-5030. That's 503-433-5030.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call in someone who's invested in your success. I'm Chris Recheck, your Forest Grove Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 503-359-4092 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
OSAA.org/tickets.
Cash Lindsay leads off the top of the fifth for Philomath, a 2-0 lead after putting two across in the top of the fourth. First pitch from Colton is fouled straight back, 0-1. If Philomath wins, they would be the road team in the semifinal against either Marist or LeGrand. Marist-LeGrand, the 5-4 matchup. Pitch is down and in to Lindsay, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. One from Colton, bounces to the plate, 2-1. Time called as Ashton wants to go out and have a talk, just walking the ball back to Colton. Colton is set. Lindsay is back in the box, leading off the top of the fifth. His team has a 2-0 lead. The 2-1 from Colton. Late called strike at the knees, 2-2. Pitch is driven in the gap between third and short, and a leadoff single for Cash Lindsay for Philomath. Batting for the Warriors, number 11, bottom of the order, catcher Logan Carter.
That's now the fifth hit today for Philomath.
Runner first, Cash Lindsay again. Braves maybe expecting bunt, throw it first high. Charlie has to make a little bit of a leap over the top of Lindsay. Still has not thrown a pitch to Carter. Again, Christian racing in. A bunt shown. Throw to first, got caught well off the bag. Now they got him in a rundown. Throw to second. And they make the tag on the way back to first. 1 out, and the bases are empty for the Warriors.
That was purely the speed of Wyatt Hesselman on display right there, because he just outslugged Cash, outraced Cash Lindsay right there. As Lindsay trying to get back to the bag, and Wyatt said, hey, I'm faster than you. I'm just going to reach up and tag you from behind, and he did so.
So there is 1 ball thrown to Logan Carter. 1-0 count with a 1 out. With 1 out now, want to know the count. That pitch misses outside and in the dirt, 2-0. Two nothing Philomath, 1 out in the top of the fifth. The pitch from Colton. Swung on and missed on the outer half, 2-1.
That was a beautiful looking pitch that time.
Carter trying to work quickly, trying to catch Colton off guard. 2-1 pitch is swung on and popped up. Crossing, drifting to his right, and that one's gonna, tried to reach over the fence to make the grab, nearly came up with it as it just sneaks over the short portion of the backstop up along the first base side, 2-2.
I'm telling you what, Trevor, Ashton Crossan is officially, to me, his nickname is the backstop. Forget this fence thing in front of us behind home plate. Ashton Crossan is the backstop.
2-2 count to Carter. The pitch from Colton is curveball, nearly hit him, and drops down in around the ankles, 3-2. Three-two from Colton. Strike 3 called late, just on the edge, as Carter was started ahead to first, out number 2.
Yeah, and Logan Carter kind of staring down with the umpire. It's like, you got to watch that young man, because he almost
top of the order, shortstop number 10, Cameron Ordway.
He was a couple seconds more of a stare away from being ejected from this game. You don't want to do that with the umpire, and not in a playoff game. His coach would have not been too happy.
Pitch from Colton with 2 outs, down and in the dirt, gets away from Ashton, ball 1. Yeah, unfortunately, Logan Kind got thrown out of the game, the last regular season game, in the 6-5 win over Yamhill Carleton, and nearly cost them the game as they had some pitching issues in the fourth that allowed YC to score 4 and take the lead. The pitch from Colton, grounded back to second. Christian Lyda, the throw to first is in time, barely for out number 3. Philomath goes 1-2-3, but can the Braves put runs across the board? They've had a couple of good chances and have come up short with runners at third and 1 out on a couple of occasions. We'll be back with the bottom of the fifth in just a moment after this from Toyota.
Dear Exit Strategy, no matter which Toyota you choose, there's an exit from the ordinary to match. See you soon, Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
On Point Community Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the OSA State Championship. On Point is Oregon's largest locally headquartered credit union, serving more than 465,000 members. Visit onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Opportunity.
Blake is able to get on board. Good chance to score with power and speed coming up. The 9-1-2 first pitch is up and in over the head of Blake Jewett, 1-0. 9-1-2, 1-2. Wyatt and Colton Hesselman, two brothers, the fastest players on this team. That pitch also misses inside, 2-0.
Blake is 0-for-1 today, flew out in the second.
Inside, 3-ball count to Blake Jewett, and likely taking leadoff walk here would bring the tying run to the plate. Inside, 4-pitch walk for Blake Jewett.
Don't see any activity in the Philomath bullpen.
I think we're getting a pinch runner for.
Actually, it looks like now they are now getting somebody up and throwing in their bullpen down the right field side.
Designated runner at first base, number 9, right fielder Jack Lyda.
That'll take away the DH.
Batting for Banks, number 1, shortstop Wyatt Hesselman. Maybe try to get some extra speed on the base paths to try to make sure they at least get a run this inning. Wyatt calls time. Now he's ready for his at-bat with nobody out in the top of the fifth, and a runner at first showing bunt and gets it back to the pitcher. Only play is to first, and that will move Jack Lyda over to second with 1 out.
We're getting some more speed out there on the base paths with Jack
10,
Lyda,
Colton
and it
Hesselman.
paid off there to get that runner in scoring position. So reads a sacrifice done by Wyatt.
Pitch from Griffith is nice curveball down and in for strike 1.
Nice little gap in the outfield between center field and right field if Colton can get squarely on the baseball.
0-1 pitch, strike 2 outside corner.
But Philomath has done a great job of pitching on the outside, not letting that to happen.
The 0-2 pitch, swung on, grounded to second. Swallowed up and throw to first. 4-3 on the putout. Cash Lindsay to tie May for out number 2.
But that'll bring up a runner into scoring position with Charlie White coming to the plate. He had 2 home runs
Batting
on Wednesday night.
of
course, that warmer air, but
Charlie White.
Charlie also has had a home run at Rontonkin Field in temperatures much like this in March.
And that may be it for David Griffith with power at the plate.
I think it could be it, or they could just be, because they just started some activity in the bullpen this inning, but they could just be going over the situation, reminding David Griffith, or they could be making a change. We'll see what they do. It's not the coach, Levi Weber, out there. It's the pitching coach.
And this is the second or third time that the Braves have had a runner at third and 1 or 2 outs and cannot really afford too many more blown opportunities like this to score. In fact, last inning, I think they had 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out and were unable to bring either one home.
I think this was basically just the warning. It's like, hey, this is the situation. This is what we need. Got a runner there over there at third base. We got to protect our lead here. It's the warning. It's like, get it done, or we'll get somebody in here that can get it done.
First pitch from Griffith is downstairs in the dirt for ball 1.
Had good movement on it, and it had good break over the plate, but it was just a little bit low. Charlie White hoping that comes up a little bit and he can make some contact.
The 1-0 from Griffith, called strike.
That was a little bit inside, a little bit too inside for Charlie to get around on. That was a good pitch for Charlie to let go by. Got a couple strikes to play with. You can be selective.
1-1 from Griffith, right-hander throws, and that's going to get through the gap in third, between third and short for the first run of the game for the Braves on an RBI single from Charlie White, and it's 2-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Being patient and selective, as I just said, you can be selective, and Charlie doing that, patient with it, selecting the pitch that he wanted to drive, did so, knocked it into the left field and scored the run, and now we've got a ball game. Chip away at it. You don't have to score them all at once. Chip away, that'll work. Banks is right back in the ball game.
Token throw to first. Logan Kind steps into the batter's box.
And Philomath not out of the woods yet with Logan up there.
Pitch is well inside. Nice job by Carter to keep it in front of him and not allow Charlie to try to reach on a pass ball. Although Charlie have seen him reach on a pass ball, but not really too much of a threat to try to steal. Too much power, and that's grounded back to first. Easy play, but the Braves do pick up a run on an RBI single by Charlie White, and now after 5, it's just a 1-run ball game. Philomath 2, Banks 1. Jonathan Lee has the 6th inning when we return after this 60-second local break from Amy Downs at Diamond Residential Mortgage.
Have you ever wanted to explore the option of purchasing a home or refinancing your current home to lower your interest rate or get cash back for debt consolidation? I'm Amy Downs, a Senior Loan Officer with Diamond Residential Mortgage Corporation, and I pride myself on working with complete transparency, honesty, and integrity throughout the loan process and beyond. Call me at 360-513-6808 today. NMLS 1583279, licensed loan originator in Oregon, Washington, Tennessee, Texas, and Arizona.
Diamond Residential Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 186805, licensed by the Oregon Division of Financial Regulation under the Oregon Mortgage Lending License number ML-5206. All rates, fees, and loan terms are subject to formal loan applications, credit risk appraisal evaluation, and other lending criteria. Programs, rates, terms, and conditions are subject to change without notice.
To the top of the 6th inning we go. Banks Braves have cut into the lead, got that 0 off of the scoreboard. It's 2-1, and it's shaping up to be a great finish here. Colton Hesselman still out on the hill for the Banks Braves, and he is going to again face 2, 3, 4. This is the lineup that produced the 2 runs for Philomath in the 4th inning. Carson Girding standing in. First pitch is right there. Great way to start him off by Colton Hesselman for a strike. We'll see if Colton can command the strike zone a little better here in the 6th than he did in the 4th. Colton takes a long look in. Here it comes, the 0-1. It's on the outside part of the strike zone, bounced in the dirt a little bit, and that's low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colton peering in to get the sign from Ashton Crossan, has it. Goes into his motion, the 1-1 on its way. It's a beautiful looking curve. It came outside, started, it broke right over the plate. Strike 2 called, and 1 and 2. And they are now a strike away from getting Carson Girding back to the dugout to sit on the pine. Here comes the 1-2 from Colton. It's slap foul down the third base line, and ooh, that was dodged by Coach Joe Baumgartner, using his body as a, or no, coach, that's Coach Levi Weber, the Philomath third base coach. Colton has a sign. Here comes the 1-2 to Girding. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. Sit on down, Carson Girding. You're out number 1 in the top of the 6th.
At the plate for Philomath, number 12, third baseman Mason Stearns.
That now the 7th strikeout by Colton Hesselman today. Here comes the first offering now to Mason Stearns. That is on the outside corner. Beautiful spot. And right now, as I talked about, it seems Colton is commanding the strike zone and getting the call. 0-1 now to Stearns. Here's the 0-1. Breaks over the plate inside, a little too far inside and low. Perhaps 1-1 now. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Philomath 2, Banks 1. Winner plays in the semifinals on Tuesday. Here comes the 1-1 offering. It's a poke shot right at first baseman Charlie White. Up with it. Going to throw it over to Colton Hesselman, who's there at the bag for the out, number 2. And 2 up, 2 down here for Philomath in the top of the 6th inning. If you're Banks, this is exactly what you want to do. Get a quick inning, get back to the dugout, and get that tying.
Russell.
Get some more runs here in the bottom of the 6th. So 3-1 on that put out, second put out. And here comes the cleanup hitter, Alex Russell, who struck out his last time up in the 4th. Struck out and then was thrown out 2-3 on the drop third strike. First pitch to him is a strike. Did he foul that off? Yeah.
Foul it into the bottom of the fence along the third base side.
Thought I heard a bat there. There's next pitch. Ooh, a little bit too outside, right on the corner, but just a little bit too outside from Colton, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Colton ready to go, working fast. Here's the 1-1, and it's laced right at the middle. Nice stop by Jack Lyda, throwing it over. Christian Lyda throws it over to first, gets away from Charlie White, or it took him off the bag. And so that's going to be an E4. Alex Russell getting aboard on the air. Should have been the 3rd out. You hope that's the kind of play that could come back to cost you. You hope it doesn't.
Batting first baseman
and
number
we'll
15,
see. But that'll bring up
May.
Ty May, the big, tall, lanky right-hander for Philomath. Ty May today 0 for 2. He flew out to center field in the 2nd and struck out looking in the 4th. This one popped it up. In the infield, coming over is Wyatt Hesselman, and he will make the catch right at second base, and that is going to be that. So 4 up, 3 down here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on board for Philomath. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 2-1 Philomath. This is the 2022 OSAA 4A State Baseball Championship quarterfinal on Westside Mobile Media.
Northside Rock Products in North Plains is where you can get gravel products directly from the quarry. They service contractors as well as homeowners. They can get rock straight from the quarry that's essential for paths, driveways, under concrete slabs and roads, as it packs and condenses well. Northside Rock Products offers a variety of quality crushed rock and fill material, as well as boulders and specialty rock. They offer trucks for hire for contractor work. Northside Rock Products can bring their mobile crusher to your jobs for on-site crushing and screening. Delivery is available. Get all you need at low winter rates. Northside Rock Products LLC on Northwest Dixie Mountain Road in North Plains. NorthsideRockProductsLLC.com.
Coming to the home half of the 6th inning, and the Banks Braves will
New
come
pitcher
up. They
for
will
Philomath,
have
number 10,
starting
shortstop Cameron Ordway.
They are going to have Wyatt Selleck, who will lead it off, followed by Ashton Crossan and Justin Walters, and they're going to be going up against a new pitcher. He's another right-handed pitcher, and he's Cameron Ordway, moving over from shortstop to the big bump, the pitcher's mound. And doesn't look like it's a straight switch. Trying to see who's at shortstop. We'll get that. That doesn't. It looks like the last pitcher, David Griffith, went to second base. We'll try to get that as we go in. But Ordway moving over to the mound to take over here in the 6th inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Braves, center fielder number 17, Wyatt Selleck.
Wyatt Selleck today is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts, both to the shortstop, Ordway, in the 2nd and 4th innings, and now he's facing Ordway from the mound. Here's the first offering from Cameron Ordway, and it is right over the plate, called a strike. 0-1 to Wyatt Selleck. Like to get a hold of that pitch here. Here's the 0-1. It's inside. Nice looking location. Nice looking pitch. It's right there for called strike 2. 0-2. Now Wyatt's really in a hole here in the bottom of the 6th with Banks down 2-1. Setting up on the outside for Selleck. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And down goes Wyatt Selleck. 1-2-3. Here in the 6th,
catcher number 20, Ashton Crossan at the plate.
So Ashton Crossan comes in. Ashton today is 2 for 2 with singles in the 2nd and 4th. First pitch to Ashton. It's on the outside corner, a little bit too outside that time, maybe low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. They want to be careful with Ashton Crossan. They know what he can do. Here's the 1-0, and that's wild, almost in the dirt. And Logan Carter kept that in front of him. 2 balls, no strikes to Crossan. Ordway working quickly. The 2-0 delivery is downstairs. Ball 3. 3-0 to Crossan.
Expect more situational baseball if he gets on board with a walk here.
With Justin Walters on deck. Here comes the 3-0 delivery, and that's outside and gets away from the catcher, Logan Carter, that time. But ball 4 nonetheless, and a 1-out walk earned from Ashton Crossan. So Ashton on board for the 3rd time today, and he has made things happen today. Ashton Crossan was 2 stolen bases today, both times when he got on base. Could see a hit and run here with Justin Walters at the plate. And he hits the first pitch he sees, foul, out of play. It's 0-1, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, Banks down by a run with a runner on first. In Crossan, gets his lead. Here comes the 0-1 to Walters. It's fisted right back up towards the 3rd baseman. He's going to be up with it, going over to first base, and he is safe. A great job of hustle by Justin Walters to get over to first base, and over to second now is Ashton Crossan, and hey, the Banks Braves have something cooking. That's going to go down as a single all the way. And coming up now is Christian Lyda.
It's number 4.
No, Harry Gardner is going to pinch hit. He's going to grab a bat and pinch hit for Christian Lyda. Harry Gardner, haven't seen him in a while. Good to see the freshman back in the lineup for Banks with runners at 1st and 2nd and nobody out.
First at bat today,
or 1
for
out,
number 4,
beg your
Harry
pardon.
Gardner.
That's right, Wyatt Selleck led off with a strikeout. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Harry Gardner, we'll see what Coach Baumgartner, how he wants to play it here. Comes the first offering from Ordway. It's right over the plate, called a strike 1. No offer from Harry Gardner. Ashton Crossan at 2nd, Justin Walters at first base. Here's the 0-1 to Harry Gardner. The kick, the pitch. It's fouled back to the screen behind the home plate. The count goes to 0-2.
Looked like it actually went off the top of the catcher's helmet off of Logan Carter.
Yeah, kind of like a foul tip off of his catcher's mask. That hockey-style mask that Carter wears. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 offering on its way now. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 from Harry Gardner. And so there's 2 away for Banks for Blake Jewett.
Batting number 19,
now Blake,
designated hitter Blake Jewett.
Time called by Coach Joe Baumgartner. Wanted to shout some instructions to Blake. Here with 2 outs. Runners at first and second.
Base hit could still tie the game.
Braves have left 6 men on base. 6 runners left on base so far to this point. Got 2 more. Don't want to leave them on there. Cameron Ordway is off the rubber. He's doing something with his glove. Looks like maybe tightening his glove, maybe looking in. Yeah, here we go. Gets a sign, now back on there. Runners have their leads. Here comes the first offering. It's down low. Good eye by Blake Jewett. Inside and low. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 6th. Philomath 2, Banks 1. Here comes the 1-0 on its way right now. Outside, low, and away. Ball 2. 2-0 to Blake Jewett. Steps out of the box, takes another swing. Now back in, gets his stance ready. Runners at first and second for the Braves. Here's the 2-0 offering. It's low. Ball 3. 3-0 from Cameron Ordway, who did have a strikeout in his first at bat out there on the hill, but since then, he's really been struggling to find control of the plate and the strike zone. The 3-0 on its way, right over the plate. Strike 1. That's a good eye by Blake Jewett. Hey, he's throwing you 3 balls. Make him throw you a strike, and now he does, and now it's a good hitter's count here. 3-1 with 2 outs, and this one's fouled out of play off the right side. Runs the count full. 3-2. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Runners have their leads. They'll be going on contact. Here it comes. The 3-2. It's popped up into the air right side. Giving chase is over there. It's Clay, and it's going to go foul. Out of play. Come back and do that again. Ashton Crossan got all the way around base to home plate.
As a broadcaster, Jonathan, I talked about the outscoring the last 3 opponents 50-2. I'd rather have a 1-run loss than a 15 or 16-run win. More drama.
Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch once more. Swung on and missed by Blake Jewett, and down he goes. Strike 3, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left for the Braves, and 3 strikeouts for Cameron Ordway in the inning. We played 6 complete innings. It's down to the final inning. It's Philomath 2, Banks 1 on Westside Mobile Media.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to check out Oregon Coffee Roaster. Based in the Portland foothills, this wholesale roaster has decades of experience offering quality Arabica coffee and loose-leaf tea to businesses. Whether you're a business customer interested in a bulk order of 10 pounds or more, or a residential customer interested in smaller quantities, contact them today for your coffee needs. Call 503-647-5102 or visit their website, OregonCoffee.com. Shannon Jennings of North Plains is your local independent insurance agent. Are you overpaying for insurance? She can partner with a vast range of insurance companies to provide you with the most competitive products and services. Whether it's your home, auto, commercial, or any other type of insurance, we take the time to learn about you, your family, and your business to find the best coverage to protect your unique needs. For quality insurance coverage at affordable prices, call 503-444-0566 or email Shannon at shannonjenningsinsurance.com. And we're back top of the 7th inning. Banks down to their final 3 outs. As need to try to hold Philomath here, though, off the board with just a 1-run game. Want to stay in shape, be involved in a sport you love, and earn money in the process? Become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials for more information and to get registered. Leading off the top of the 7th for Philomath, starting pitcher number 4, David Griffith.
Banks Braves really need to charge up the defense here and get 1, 2, 3 once more here in the top of the 7th. Keep the lead right where it's at to give themselves a chance at the bottom of this inning, Trevor.
First pitch from Colton to Griffith. Curveball on the outside corner, 0-1. Here, one pitch. Ooh.
That's a good break on that ball. The little 12-6 curveball that time by Colton, but it was a little bit too high. That did come in about above the letters there.
1-1 the count. The pitch from Colton. Curveball outside corner. 1-2.
Okay, well now that one looked like the same location as the last one, and this one was called a strike.
1-2 from Colton. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And is that 8 now?
That's 8 strikeouts. But you really hope to back up Colton Hesselman's pitching performance here. I mean, he has given up a couple of runs here in this game, but 8 strikeouts. You'd really like to come in at the bottom of the 7th and get the win here. Don't spoil the seniors' pitching performance here today. 8 Ks.
Colton in a groove throws a first pitch strike to Chad Russell. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Strike 2. Took a little off that one as it came across the plate. Looked like it started off as a fastball and then slowed way down as it came across the outside edge.
Yeah, as this game has gone on, Colton's really gotten control and command of that strike zone.
0-2 pitch. That one can't get him to nibble at it. Up and out of the strike zone. Outside 1-2. One-two pitch from Colton Hesselman. Grounded to first, but just foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Purchase your official state championships merchandise at OSAAstore.com. With Rush Team Apparel, the exclusive merchandise partner of the OSAA, you have more options. Customize your gear with your school name, a student-athlete name, event decals, and more. Nike products are also available. Browse the selection of official state championships merchandise at OSAAstore.com. 1-2 the count to swung on and missed by Chad Russell for out number 2. One more strikeout here to end the 7th would give Colton Hesselman 10 Ks on the day. New hitter coming to the plate. Number 16 for Philomath. Pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. One pitch is swung on and lifted foul into the top of the backstop off the right side, 1-2. Colton trying to strike out the side in the 7th. Pitch is swung on. Hard grounder to third, throw to first. In time for out number 3. Braves are down to their final 3 outs. They need 1 run to try to at least send it to extras after 6.5. Still Philomath 2 and Banks 1. We'll be back after this 60-second break.
That was a pinch hitter.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is
Skylar
proud to
Rowland.
offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com. Hometown Braves trying to keep their season alive.
Time call, no pitch. Something going on with the infield umpire at first, racing down something thrown onto the baseball thrown onto the field.
A ball got in from the bullpen. Actually, there's a little sandlot game going on down in the right field. The younger generation doesn't quite grasp the what's going on over here.
First pitch from Ordway, up and in, ball one.
Good eye by Wyatt Hesselman. Well, we got some speed in the first two batters of this inning, and then power sitting in the hole.
Pitch misses low and in the dirt, gets away from Carter. Now he's got some issues with his mask, may have got some dirt in his eye. Hope that's okay. Hope that's all that's wrong.
I think he got hit. I think the ball, because the ball landed in the dirt, I think it hit off of his mask and it bounced away into the dirt. And that does not feel good when you, the term bell rung, that's exactly what it is. It's like it hits your mask. And I mean, I've had that happen before in junior high, and it doesn't feel good.
2-0 pitch from Ordway. Late called strike. Look down and away, 2-1.
Yeah, this umpire does a really good job of waiting on it and reviewing it in his mind to review the play. And
2-1 from Ordway is ripped, but right to the third baseman for out number one.
Cool, that was a great job by the third baseman that time to make that catch. The third baseman.
Batting number 10, starting pitcher Colton Hesselman.
Mason Stearns.
And how great would it be for Charlie White to tie this game with 2 outs? Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but pitch from Ordway, swung on and lined to center field. Making the catch for out number 2 is Carson Girding.
Well, it all hangs in the balance now. You're down to your final out, perhaps, of the season, with one of your big storied seniors coming to the plate right here, Charlie White. Chance to extend the inning here or maybe even tie it up with one swing. But before he has a chance to stand in, Coach Levi Weber wants to come out and have a conversation with his pitcher and infield.
Charlie White with 2 home runs on Wednesday, 1 here, would at least send it to extras and give the Braves a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs and Logan Kind at the plate. Logan will come to the plate regardless as long as Charlie reaches. If Charlie is recorded out, Philomath will upset Banks.
Philomath is a good team, too. Make no mistake. It's not like they're a slouch, and it's not like, Banks is overrated or anything like that. Philomath has won 7 straight in 10 of their last 11 games. So this is 2 very good teams here.
Pitch a little bit upstairs for ball 1.
It's actually kind of sad that they're actually meeting in the quarterfinals because I think this matchup is way better than any of the semifinal matchups would be.
1-0 to Charlie White, misses up and away for ball 2.
Well, what I mean by that is the winner of this game meets the winner of Marist and LeGrand. I mean, this matchup is definitely semifinal worthy.
2-0 from Ordway, swung on and missed by Charlie. Fastball blew it past him, home run swing, trying to tie the game on 1 pitch.
Yeah, I think he was trying to hit that one to Kelly Field. Ease up there, young man.
2-1 to Charlie from Ordway. Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Down to their last strike, perhaps, right here. Charlie just needs to slow down, breathe, see the ball, hit the ball.
2-2 from Ordway. Strike 3 called, and that'll do it. Philomath has upset the number 1 ranked Banks Braves. Charlie White not happy with the call, but Philomath will advance to the semis to take on either the 5-seed Marist or the 4-seed LeGrand. Some people outside of Banks thinking the Braves were overrated, playing in the worst league in the state, but today Philomath picks up the win 2-1, 4 in the second for Philomath, 1 in the first, 1 in the fifth for the Braves off of an RBI single for Charlie White. That's all the scoring in today's game. A great contest, but unfortunately the Braves come up 1 run short, unable to get aboard in the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a 1-minute break and wrap things up and say goodnight in just a moment. We'll be back after this 60-second local break from Tenente's Pizza.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to Tenente's Pizza and Subs. Try one of the many specialty pizzas like the Mama Supremo or a delicious torpedo sub sandwich. Mention Westside Greatest Hits and save 10% off your order. Tenente's Pizza and Subs at the corner of Glencoe and Pacific and North Plains. Open 11 to 8:30 Monday through Saturday and Sunday 3 to 8 for carry-out and delivery. Visit the website Tenente'sPizzaAndSubs.com or call 503-647-5761.
Spring and summer are the best times to freshen up the look of your home. Yuli's Garage Doors is here to meet your needs and give your home a facelift that brings curb appeal. Family owned and operated since 1991, Muley's Garage Doors has thrived for over 30 years by living and working in this community, supporting local teams and 4-H groups. Give Muley's a call today and see how they can freshen the look of your home. Call 503-640-6084 or find them on Facebook, CCB number 76100. And we're back. Unfortunately, our final score, Philomath, the 8th seed, picks up the upset here at home at Banks. Final score, Philomath 2, Banks 1. Philomath 2 runs in the top of the 4th. Banks did get 1 run back in the bottom of the 5th. Had their chances, plenty of opportunities with runners at 3rd, but unable to bring a runner home. And then in the bottom of the 7th, with their top half of their lineup at the plate, unable to get a runner even aboard, and Philomath picks up the win 2-1. They'll advance to take on LeGrand on Tuesday east of the mountains. Jonathan is still going over some stats, so we'll tell you that this is not the end of baseball for Westside Mobile Media this season. We will have American Legion Baseball starting on Wednesday, live from Ron Tonkin Field as the Portland Barbers American Legion Baseball team, 16 to 24-year-olds, upper level high school and younger college all-star league, sponsored by the American Legion Veterans Organization. Nationwide baseball program has a National World Series in Cary, North Carolina, over on the East Coast in August.
Here are the not-so-happy totals of today's game for the Philomath Warriors, who will advance to play LeGrand, who beat Marist today 10-4. Philomath will travel to LeGrand, Eastern Oregon, on Tuesday after the holiday weekend. LeGrand beating Marist 10-4, but Philomath today 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 Banks error, and 3 runners left on base. The Braves, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 Philomath error, and 8 runners left on base. That tells you all you need to know right there, Trevor. Banks had their opportunities. They just couldn't get it done. When they got it twice, they had runners on third base. And, they did manufacture runs, and it just goes to show you that's baseball. That happens. You can manufacture, you can get yourself in scoring position, get some runs in there, and take your chances. But sometimes the baseball gods just don't want to give in, and you're not going to get those runners across today. And they lost to a very good team. It's, the thing I would answer to any critics that might say, hey, is Banks overrated because they're from a very, very weak conference? No, you look at it today, it's more like Philomath is underrated, coming in number 8. In a rating system. I mean, this is a team that has now knocked off 2 of the teams that were in the 2019, the last time we had a full OSAA championship tournament, knocked off the 2 teams that were in the 2019 state championship game, both Henley, and Henley has had their share of times in the lead in the Skyline Conference, which is the number 1 conference in 4A. I'm not even going to say arguably. I've been following it all season long. That is the number 1 conference in this state in 4A baseball. The Skyline Conference in Henley has had their opportunities to lead that conference this year. Mazama's led it. Hidden Valley's led it. So that's a very, very good Henley team that this Philomath team beat 12-4, and then today they beat Banks 2-1 on Banks' home field. So don't take any the thing I would say to the critics, don't take anything away from Philomath. They're underrated, if anything, and they just played a great game plan to beat a very good Banks team 2-1 here today in Banks. So it's not that Banks is overrated, it's Philomath, if anything, is underrated. And it's like I said at the beginning, it's a shame you got 2 of the best teams in the state playing today, and one team has to lose. And today, unfortunately, it's Banks.
You had 5 teams from the Oregon West League advance to the playoffs. Philomath, Staten, Newport, Cascade, and Sisters. Only 3 teams, the minimum from the Coapa League. And, Staten got upset last week, but Oregon West, no doubt about it, definitely stronger than the Coapa League this season, getting 5 teams in. And really surprised that only 1 lasted to the quarterfinals, and now that team will be advancing to the semifinals as Philomath knocks off Banks here today 2-1. Although for most of the season, Philomath came on late. It looked like that was Staten's league to win for much of the season in the Oregon West.
Yeah, now Philomath now winning 11 of their last 12 games, an 8-game winning streak headed to LeGrand, another strong program coming in at number 4. If you want to talk about a weak conference, look at LeGrand's league, Trevor, the Greater Oregon League. Now there's only 4 teams in that conference, but that conference, it's LeGrand and nobody else. The 3 teams there in there this year, Ontario and LeGrand, I think, was the only one that, much like Banks, was the only one that had a winning record in their conference. Philomath, credit to them, and a great game plan today. I think they're probably on their way. I think, they win Tuesday. They're going to be headed to Kaiser on a week from tomorrow in the state championship game. And who they play, likely it'll be the Hidden Valley Mustangs, but don't count out this Philomath team. They could be chasing some pretty golden dreams next Saturday.
Before we sign off, I want to take a chance to recognize the historic moment of tonight. We didn't talk about that much tonight, but this is the final game for Banks, not only baseball, but as a high school at the 4A level, as next year they will be advancing, or will be dropping to the 3A level. Have had some issues with enrollment over COVID, and next year they will be playing at the 3A level, 3A District 2 officially for football, with North Marion still playing 4A level for most sports. Schools, districts that have teams drop down for one sport are known as districts, not leagues, because it's kind of a hybrid league. So District 2 for football next year, starting with a road game. Couple of former Kawapa League teams, non-league for next year, Astoria and Tillamook. And then they'll be at Astoria to start the season, and then home against Warrenton for the official start of 3A District 2 football starting next fall. Jonathan, anything you want to add about that?
Well, I just wanted to, it's going to be interesting. They'll be in the Coastal Range League and some good schools there as well. But, Banks, they return a lot of players next year off this baseball team. Obviously, the young man who we saw pitch today, Colton Hesselman, is a senior, and Charlie White also a senior. But you got a lot of talent coming back next year. Justin Walters is a sophomore. Wyatt Hesselman is a sophomore as well. Thought he was a junior, but yeah, Wyatt Hesselman is a sophomore. Justin Walters is a sophomore. Harry Gardner, of course, we saw a lot early this season. He's a freshman. Christian Lyda, is coming back next year as a junior. Riley Purdue, who suited up. He played JV this year, but he'll be back next year as a junior. Blake Jewett, a sophomore. Logan Kine will be a senior next year. Ashton Crossan is a sophomore this year. A lot of talent coming back. This is a very good Banks team that only lost 3. This is just their third loss. 3 games in 25 games this year. That's a heck of a season, Trevor. And they're definitely going to be a force next year. Look to be right around the top in the 3A next year, and could win the 3A state championship next year. And of course, all 6 state championships in Oregon high school baseball are all played at Volcano Stadium in Kaiser. Hoping that the OSAA will wake up and change that over to a much better ballpark. I'm sorry, Salem Kaiser community, but a much better ballpark for a high school baseball state tournament facility in Joe Etzel Field at the University of Portland. It's just a pristine facility and campus, and I know the Portland Pilots are improving in baseball, and maybe one of these years they'll host a regional. Not this year, but still just a great campus setting that the OSAA state championship baseball title games should be played at Joe Etzel Field, with a great facility and a great place that's conducive for fans, much like the Child Center is that they use for basketball. So, you use it for basketball, use it for baseball too. It's much better than that all grass situation with lumps and weeds at Volcano Stadium.
Well, can't really think of anything else to talk about. A great season comes to an end with an upset loss at home to the Philomath Warriors by a final score of 2-1. Charlie White brings in the only run with an RBI single in the 5th. Philomath gets 2 in the 4th. And that's your final score, 2-1. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard. For the final time this evening for high school athletics, we'll say goodnight. Jonathan?
And this is a great time as, the baseball season is coming to an end Tuesday and then Saturday. But it's a great time in the offseason, great reminder that you can go out and purchase your, of course, official state championship merchandise and other team apparel with Rush Team Apparel, who's the exclusive merchandise partner of the OSAA. They bring you more options. You're able to customize your gear with your school name, your student-athlete's name, maybe event decals, and so much more. Plus, there's Nike products that are also available. You can browse the entire selection of all the merchandise at osaastore.com. Great chance to do that and get ready for the next Scholastic Sports Year.
Hard to believe it's not that far away, only about 3 months as we're coming up on June. And not really much of an off season for us, maybe in August, but then getting ready to get set up for fall football in September. Again, thanks for listening to this broadcast of the 2022 OSAA 4A State Baseball quarterfinals.
Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your 3-day weekend. Good night, and God bless.
Thank you for listening to this OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 465,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support the OSAA. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. The OSAA Radio Network is presented by Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.